Hello class, I'd like to give you a short video talking about the lectures and articles for this week's class. And I wanted to clarify a little bit between the lecture links and the tutorials. You want to devote most of your time to the tutorial links, and that's also what I will put in the most time on in terms of creating new videos for you. And that's where your course content will come from. Now, on weeks where you don't have as many tutorials or a project or discussion board, then I may record more lectures for you. But most weeks what I'll do is post article links and other outside resources that I think that you would benefit from reading about, generally pertaining to web and graphic design and maybe multimedia as well. So for this week's class, there aren't really any lectures that you have to watch. There are a couple articles here that you might find interesting. The first one here is on UX designer, and that's a job that's been around for a while now. It's actually, if you go to like Indeed.com and search for UX designer, you'll find jobs on this. It's short for user experience, but it's a little confusing to kind of differentiate what this is. It's something that you could go into or a skill that you could add on. But a lot of tutorials and articles pertaining to UX designer. That's something that you should be aware of. So read about that if you haven't already heard about it. And then the other that I found that you might be interested in is how much should you get paid to build websites? And this is sort of all over the place, but it does have some good advice on what to charge, things like that for building websites. So check that out, those two, when you have a chance. One thing you could do is, if you don't have time to read everything, what I would recommend is open them up and just create a new bookmark folder, and then you can start to put together articles that you want to read. Obviously, it's important in this field that we are in, especially web design, is that it changes so quickly. It's just amazing how fast it changes. Even over graphic design and video editing, it's just a field that is always evolving, and you get left behind pretty quickly if you don't keep up to date. So one thing you can do is read articles and follow like tutorials on lynda.com after you get done with this class or your degree to stay up to date. But I'll talk more about that as the semester goes on, but there's a couple articles for you for this week of class.